Okay, recording is in progress. So this is Swolemates update number 2. And we will try to not be as lengthy as last time. We're just keeping y'all updated on what's going on and talking about some things and, all that stuff. So what are we talking about today? So what's our update. So first I will tell you, if you watch our number 1 episode, we have in there kind of like where we are weight wise, body fat wise, and where our macros were. So last week I had the bright idea of, I had been at maintenance calories and I was doing pretty good, and I had been maintaining my weight for probably a month, and I'm like, okay, well, I have like 4 weeks left, right, to before I kind of start prep. So I bumped my calories up to what I thought should probably be about a half a pound of weight gain a week. So I'm going for like 2 to 4 pounds in a month. Well, I just went all out and I just went ahead and gained all 4 pounds in a week. So now I will say though, this is not uncommon. I mean, if your food volume increases, especially if your carbs go up, you're going to hold more water. So you're going to gain weight. So anyway, at this point, I'm kind of backed off a little bit just to kind of level out. So you may have a jump. So don't be scared if you're trying to gain and you gain more at one time. If you're eating the right stuff, you don't really have to be overly stressed out, right?
Yeah, it's more important to be like consistent. Like if you see a big giant jump like that, you weigh yourself a couple of times throughout the week, and if it keeps going up like that, then you probably need to address it. But chances are
it's going to level out,
down, or you'd have to be eating a lot of calories for it to.
Well, I'm eating a
lot. 4 pounds.
I'm eating a lot of calories.
It'd be like a permanent thing.
But I do feel like it would level out anyway. And it's going to be a lot different, I think, if you have like a massive, like our calorie challenge day. If you did that, multiple times and gained that much, then I mean, it may be a whole lot of fat.
I didn't even gain that much from eating almost 10,000 calories.
Well, plus you like went right back down too. But so anyway, so that's where I was at since our last update. So now I have adjusted somewhat just to kind of, I guess, level out. Not that my calories probably only came back down maybe 130. And so now you're going up, right?
Yeah, I went up because I was at 32 and then I went to 34 and I was still hungry. I was starving to death.
This is 3,200 and 3,400 calories, not 32.
Yeah, 32 calories. I was eating 32 calories. I was starving to death. I went, so now I'm at like 38. So we'll see what that does. Because I've been eating like 4,000 calories a day almost for a week, and I haven't gained any weight. I actually lost some.
So we want to look at like if you, when he first came off competition prep, I was estimating maintenance calories at that time to be like 32 to 3,500. So I think he had his calories set somewhere in the middle of that. But so I'm thinking, I was probably more on the should have been more on the upper end. And so we took his calories for the last 8 days and got an average, because he did track even when he was way over. And so this is the benefit, y'all, of tracking, is because you don't know what to adjust if you don't know what you consume. And so you have to know what you're consuming to know where you should be. So we took his calories for the last week or 8 days, averaged that out to get what the average daily intake is. And that's about where his maintenance is, because he lost just a little bit, but I mean, not much. So that's going to be around where he should be. But from there, we're still going to increase, with hopefully a controlled body fat increase. So like the key is, okay, we know now where your maintenance is at, and so start building on that.
Yeah.
So talkative.
I know I am. And in case y'all are wondering, I lay down on the floor because that's where we actually do this. And it's because I can't sit like that for a lengthy period of time. It kills my back.
Well, and we will not stay here like all that long anyway. But so do you have any comments to add on like what's happening or what's happened over the past week?
No, I don't know. She's been doing this Jay Cutler program. How's that going?
That's good.
Good.
So what I did, I am the worst about like, okay, so I can build my own program, but I swear I am like, I don't know. In the gym, I do not like to do the same thing for a really long time. So probably 8 weeks is about the length of the longest I would have a program go anyway before I switched it. So I found this just like on bodybuilding.com, an 8-week program. It's like, you know, you're supposed to get big, right? You're supposed to like, it's called living large, I think. Jay Cutler's living large. So I'm trying to like, y'all know, if you have been around me talking for a while, it is hard to gain muscle for me. So I try to like, my training is always trying to gain. I'm not one to be like lightweight, you know, super high reps or anything like that. I mean, my max reps might go like 15, 20. Certain body parts for me, I think, need more reps. Like we talked about this, like quads need a lot of reps. Abs need a lot of reps. I think calves need a lot of reps for me. Shoulders need a lot of reps, but still trying to do heavy and higher reps. But I'm trying to like gain as well. So anyway, this program it switches it up like every week. I just finished week 5, and so it's 5 days of training, except for week 4 was 4 days of training, but it was twice a day. It was the only week that it did that, which was weird. But you know, so again, you have to have the calories if you want to add muscle, but you also have to have the stimulus to the muscle. So I'm trying to do all this stuff to like trying to get big, y'all.
I mean, I'm still doing a push pull legs, but I go legs, push pull, and then I go off. So I made that up myself, my program. I kind of keep tweaking it around a little bit now that I'm actually back into full on. But I like it. It's pretty good. It'll some of the days it will just rock you, which is good. I got problem areas that I'm trying to.
We all got problems.
We all got problems.
We all got problems. Y'all know how it is.
Yeah,
There's
everybody's got problems. You got a laundry
problems.
list of stuff that you want better. I want this and that and the other thing better. But yeah, so I do calves on the leg day, and I do calves on my pull as well. So I do 3 calf exercises both of those days, like 4 sets each. That's 24 sets of calves in just one push pull legs, and then so really a week it works out to a lot. If you want calves, you got to work your calves. That's what I always heard. So we'll see. If they get
We'll
any
see
bigger.
if things look any different by the time, you know, we ever
If they get bigger, then I guess it worked, right?
this is true.
Yep, and I do abs on push.
Oh yeah, my program did not have abs, so I just kind of like build that in myself. Usually, I don't know, usually twice a week. I think 2 of the workouts maybe I do. I put abs in. So anyway, so that's where we are right now, like with our updates. And so I guess we kind of wanted just to add something a little bit extra that's not really about us and what's going on. But we were talking about what were we talking about?
Oh, seeing stuff like all the, like, people always have research and like, or programs that are built around research, or they'll tell you that you shouldn't have this thing or shouldn't have that because the research.
Yeah, you'll see all these things on Instagram, the latest, greatest.
Yeah, the latest, greatest.
The influencer says you shouldn't eat this, or the influencer says you should only eat this way.
Because there's scientific evidence.
Don't drink diet soda because it causes cancer, and don't do this and don't do that. And so like anything that you want to believe, you can search and probably find some research to back it up. Yeah. Now, you're probably not going to find multiple studies, and your studies may not be peer reviewed, which is like, okay, in the PhD world, when you're looking for references and resources, you have to have peer reviewed information, which means other people have like verified the study to some degree, like it's valid. Right. So you can find research like Luke and I we could do a research study with like 6 random subjects at the gym, and we found this. And okay, so it's published. We published it. Just because you find it doesn't mean that it's true. Yeah. But you can always find something to back up your claims.
I think the best thing to do is, if you see something or read something and you think it sounds like something that suits you, give it a try. And if it doesn't work for you, don't think that maybe it's the science of it was wrong or something like that. Maybe, modify it, different. Tweak it. I mean, that's what all this is about. It's not about doing what everybody else is doing. It's about doing what works best for you. I've spent the last couple of years doing what everybody else is doing, and it hasn't really gotten me the results that I want. And you just have to learn you, and that's what I've been doing, is learning me. And
I've been learning me for like 25 years.
You gotta keep making strides, progress on yourself. So that was really all we were talking about. Was you'll see all these, studies that come out, or people saying that, you shouldn't have this, or this is the best thing ever, or,
find out what works, not just like nutritionally related. I mean, training wise, nutrition wise, like people will try to eat something that is like, oh, well, there's this diet plan, that such and such did, and they lost blah, blah, blah. But, I hate that food, but hey, it worked for them, so I'm going to eat it. Right. Like, don't do things that make you miserable. Like, don't do a training program that you are not going to do, because it's about what you can do consistently over time. And if you pick a program that you hate, or there are exercises that you cannot do right, and like something is wrong with your form or whatever, don't try to make yourself eat something or do something that is like terrible for you. Like, you got to find stuff that you can do for the long haul, and yeah, you're going to have to make changes, and you can add new exercises and you can change things, but you still need to find what works for you. Like, if I went back to a coach right now and they said I had to eat tilapia and asparagus like every day, I'd say, bye-bye. I've done that. It does not work for me. I hate it. I'm not going to. And it's not required. So, know what your likes and dislikes are too, right? And make changes. Like, what's your thought on that?
I would like to add, for any of you that are new to this, which I would imagine that most of you that would watch this are probably pretty new. There is no magic pill. So don't what she's saying about eat this thing that because it's, you know, the latest greatest thing, or it'll give you these results or whatever, you know, the only thing that's going to produce results is consistent hard work.
Time and effort. Time
So don't.
and effort. Time. You cannot expect something like this. Stuff takes weeks, months, years, decades.
So
like,
don't go into it thinking that there's a magic pill, or, you know, like you see the latest greatest thing.
Well, because this is like,
Chances
it's the shiny
are
object syndrome. You know, it's like you see the next thing. Oh, well, this doesn't work for me. So I saw this other thing. And everybody is switching so much that they never even give the first thing a chance to work. Maybe it was really good, but they like didn't see what they wanted in like, you know, a week or two. So then they're like, oh, no good. I'm going to do this one over here. Or like switching programs like that, switching nutrition plans like that, just all over the place. So once you find something that you can do consistently, like pick out whatever it is. And you know what, at that point, write it down, make your plan, give yourself like 8 weeks, shut off all the other crap. Don't go looking for anything else. Don't go looking for another program. Do what you plan to do for the time you need to do it before you start digging around for something else, and give it a chance to work, you know?
Yeah, this is that season, because you're coming up on the first of the new year here, not very far out, and everybody's going to
It's almost Thanksgiving too.
Everybody's going to be doing all of the
And holidays.
magic pill latest greatest diets coming into the new year, you know, to lose their weight. Just be consistent at whatever you're doing. Pick something, sounds like something you could do, and stick with it.
Give it a chance to
And
work.
it won't work if, you know, it's not going to do the work. Arnold says that, you know, nothing works unless you work. You know, you got to do the work and stay consistent. And then, you know, I mean, there's probably a lot of stuff that would work just fine if you just stuck with it.
I'm sure we'll talk more on our next update about like holidays and eating and all this stuff, because I don't know like when these are going to like go up. So it could be after holidays. But anyway, we'll talk about that more next time. We'll leave it.
Today is Sunday before Thanksgiving. So when you see this, it's probably going to be long after Thanksgiving. And then we're going to do another one about, I'm sure, Thanksgiving.
So we'll keep talking about Holly. Yeah, so y'all are going to get our updates anyway, no matter like when they post. So you'll see, you know, well, Holly gained 15 pounds over
15 pounds. I'm going to do the Joey Tribbiani and eat a whole turkey by myself.
I could eat a whole pie by myself. But anyway, all right. So we will update y'all again next week. And thanks for being here. And if you have not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. It helps a lot. And we like being here to bring y'all information. But we want to know what you want to know too. So if you have comments, please leave them below, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.